Morning, Elsie. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off the Yabetti Chucky biscuits for us 11s. Don't say I never give you an out. More than I could chew. But it was home when there was doubt. Have you been in a draft, have you?
What?
Oh, no. I thought your eyes were bloodshot for a minute, but they're not. I see what it is now. They're two great big red whacking question marks. Well, I'm going to tell you to save you asking. Yes, I've decided. I'm moving in with Mike Baldwin.
You're a fool.
Correction, Betty. I was a fool, and I've stopped. I've been a fool for most of my life, and I've decided it's time I came to my senses.
Listen, lovely. I know what you said the other day, and I agree with you. You know about, well, what it's like being on your own. I know. Oh, heaven knows I should. It's not that, though, love. I mean, it's your work. Whatever's Mrs. Walker going to think of the idea?
She's not coming, it's just me and him. I don't care, Betty, do you get it? I don't care. And on top of all that, I think you're wrong. Because our Annie's getting very broad-minded in her old age. Which is more than I can say for some of my so-called friends. Happy days are here again.
Give us 2 pints and let's hear our book.
Aye, get things sorted out with that boyfriend of yours, will you? Here. He wants you to choose the shower fittings. And in case you was thinking of asking, there's no room for a double bath.
Ever thought of getting your job done and minding your own flaming business? Works wonders.
Bet, when things quieten down, just spare me a moment, please, in the living room.
Betty?
Yes, love.
Draw these 2 pints for me, because I might just chuck it all over 'em.
10 o'clock in the centre on Saturday.
Yeah, that's what Ernie said, and that suits me, certainly.
OK, that's the date then.
Good.
What's your meeting about?
Oh, it's just what sort of entertainment we're going to give the old folk at Christmas, you know. Hey, what would you go for?
Chickens, yeah.
I think it means what do you think they would go for?
See, that's what education does for you. No, I've no idea. I think they'd go for a good feed myself.
Oh, don't you
Yeah.
start. I was saying...
Hampers.
Excuse me,
Isn't
lovely.
it? Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Give them to Fairclough. Tell him I've marked the one I want.
Why, you're not talking to him?
I'm not even shouting.
Oh. Oi, Bet sent these over. She says she's marked the one she
Oh,
wants.
so what colour does she want, love?
She never said out about colour.
Did you get her over here?
I'd leave it if I were you, lovey, unless you want a dart straight through your nose.
Doesn't it make you sick, eh? If she doesn't want trouble, she shouldn't go getting mixed up with married men and flaming love nests. Just tell her that, will you?
Oh, I will. I'm up to all them little tricks. Morning. Morning. We're not so bad at the moment, so if you want to go and have your little word...
Thanks for nothing.
What can I get you? Gin and tonic and a vodka. Sure. Yes, of course I'm sure. And can I have me change in 2 pence pieces, make it look more? I take it there will be some change. Oh, I bet.
What's up with Blondie?
Mrs. Walker's found out. Oh, that's all we needed.
Well, we said, didn't we?
Oh, well, we said indeed we did. Well, it's not much use saying, is it, with the trouble that she's got?
And she's got trouble.
I'll say, and that's not all she's got. She's got a nice young fella, money to burn, and a house that's rent-free.
But apart from that...
Apart from that, she's got trouble. She's going to see Mrs. Walker now. She has got trouble.
Come in.
You wanted to see me, Mrs. Walker?
Yes, sit down, Bet. I was wondering when you were coming. Now, from what I heard earlier in the barn, there was no question of eavesdropping. It seems that you are contemplating sharing Mrs. Caldwell's old house with Mr. Baldwin. Is that correct?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
In a manner of speaking. Oh, that could well be prophetic, because there's going to be a great deal of talk. I expect you realise that.
There already has been.
I'm not surprised. What I am surprised at is that you should take such a step without consulting me.
I didn't realise I had to. It's a private matter.
Oh, come. Don't be so naive. You must have realised that I couldn't countenance a member of my staff living 3 doors away in circumstances like that. The Rovers' return has a reputation, and one doesn't want to see it tarnished.
Tarnished?
I don't think it's too strong a word.
You know, I'm surprised at you, Mrs. Walker. I expected you to say summat, but not like this. Not after the way you were with Lucille when she moved in with her boyfriend. And I mean, Ken Barlow and his married lady friend weren't exactly barred from the premises, were they?
Ken Barlow can't be spoken of in the same breath. Regrettably, one has to accept unorthodox behaviour from, oh, how shall I put it, the intelligentsia.
I see. Well, I'll accept the insult.
It wasn't intended as an insult.
Well, not to worry, I'll accept it anyway. And I really am surprised. I had you down as being dead modern and dead broad-minded.
Bet, this is a serious matter. And I want it to be taken seriously. Unless you're just...
Taking the mickey?
Well, I suppose that is the expression, yes.
Yes, it is, and no, I'm not. I really did think you were more with it. I thought you might have been worried about me.
Well, that is an aspect.
But I didn't think you'd give a toss about what other folks said. Still, if that's the way you feel and you want me to leave...
I do not want you to leave. Nor do I want to be thought of as an old-fashioned prude. I simply want to stem the stupid gossip that's bound to arise if people take the wrong idea.
Or the right idea.
Or the right idea. What exactly is the right idea? What exactly is your arrangement with Mr. Baldwin?
Well, it's simple enough. Now, he wants somewhere to stay while he's up here. He couldn't find anywhere handier than Mrs. Caldwell's old place. Now, he's seen my flat and he knows it's grotty, so he's asked me to move in with him. And I think he's right. He'd be daft to leave that place empty half week.
You'd keep the house clean for him?
Yes.
Do the shopping?
Be daft if he did it himself.
Certainly would, with the housekeeper to do it for him. And that, in effect, is what you'd be?
Yes. You could say that.
Say it.
All right. I'm his housekeeper.
Now, would you care for a sherry, dear?
You'll find out. She'll sack her.
What for Pete's sake?
Well, it's simple, innit? When a pop star gets married, he loses his pull with the kids. Well, it'll be the same with Bet and the fellas in here. The minute she moves in with Mike Baldwin, she ceases to become an attraction.
Do you mean fellas come in here because they're two unattached barmaids?
Yeah.
Ooh, never thought of that.
I don't think that's good enough reason to sack her.
Talking about Bet Lynch, are you?
Yes, Mrs. Sharples.
She gone?
No, she's with Mrs. Walker.
Oh, well, it won't be long now. I'll have a milk stout in snug.
Good old Ina. When heads start to roll, out comes the knitting.
Shh, they're here. Right. Anybody want serving?
Same again.
All right. Perfectly. You all right?
Looking after you, Mr. Sharples.
Oh, sacking her, are you?
Beg your pardon?
I said, are you sacking the Miss News of the World over there?
Bet, you mean? Why should I?
Why should you? Haven't you heard? She's moving in with that Baldwin fella. Heaven knows what Minnie'd think.
Well, I know what I think. If Bet wants to become Mr. Baldwin's housekeeper, why on earth should I stop her?
Housekeeper? Who do you think you're kidding? It's wrong and nothing you can say can make it right. Baldwin's a married man with a couple of kids and that one's going to live with him. And if you're trying to fob us off by pretending she's his housekeeper, you can think again, because I'm not stopping here to listen to your twaddle.
Well, time for work. If out happens, take a picture. Cheerio all.
Isn't it quiet?
And she stood there and belted that out.
Yeah. Mind you, she's like that, is Mrs. Sharples. She never has been backward at coming forward.
Yeah, still. Didn't bother you, did it?
Nah. Well, a bit at the time, but not now.
Yeah, well, don't let it. Oh, by the way, cop hold of that. It's for the curtains.
What's this, love?
Well, do you know where you can get curtains for nothing?
No.
So that's the money to pay for it. See ya.
Oh, he's a daft devil, but he's right way daft.
Hey, I thought you said you were going back to work. I did. Give us a gin and tonic. When I got there was a message for me to go round to printers and get some posters and stick them on the window.
Another sale?
Sort of.
I thought they only had clearance sales when the shops closed.
Clever girl.
What's this mean?
It means Elsie's on the move again. Give us that gin and tonic quick. The sooner I'm anaesthetised, the better.
Anyway, I'll probably be in this afternoon.
Probably. Ah, come on. I know you said you got the morning out here, but don't go getting greedy.
I'm only kidding.
Oh.
Mind you, have a lot of shopping to get through, though. Do you know, he gave me a roll of fivers like that. He said, there you are, doll, go and get what you want. To think I thought my fatal powers were fading. How wrong can you be?
Don't you get too big for your wellies, you. Remember all those other amazing fellas in your murky past? And all those other times you thought you'd fallen on your feet?
You've been keeping the score, have you, Betty? How many does this one make at nearest half dozen?
Yes, well, just you bear it in mind. Today's housekeeper may be. Watch out you're not tomorrow's charwoman.
Oh, shut up, Betty. I'm dead excited. I've got it all laid out in my mind's eye, exactly how I want the house to look. Sort of trendy, but comfortable, with a lot of white fur rugs and smoked glass coffee tables and that.
Hey, if you're having a fur rug, buy yourself a good clothes brush, love. You're going to get yourself talked about.
Nothing I can't handle. I'll see you. Oh, and I want to see this place spotless when I get back, Elizabeth.
Oh, get out.
You'll have to learn to knock on doors, won't he?
I've just started, yeah?
I am my own boss. I don't have to look busy when you walk in.
Listen, mate, I'd change places with anybody working for me. Let them have my worries. You see, people reckon that blokes like you and me, self-employed, they're rolling in clover. Now, come on. They don't realise, now come on, be honest, you don't realise the hassles that I have to cope with.
I was self-employed myself for a good many years, Mike.
I'm talking about now, the state the country's in lately. See, what I always say is I just manage somehow to keep my head just below water. Know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, yeah? But I'll swap jobs with you any time you like. I'll take on your problems and your perks.
You wouldn't cocoa, Leonard. There are no perks at them Baldwins. That right?
Right. Now, what about housekeepers? 6 to 4, you've got Bet Lynch down as a tax deduction.
Well, why not? Inland Revenue do very well out of me. She's a business expense, and that's legit.
Ha!
Now, come on, mate. I'm up here on business, ain't I? Now, if I wasn't here, I wouldn't need a housekeeper, would I?
Look, there's nothing else you want me for, Mike, is there? It's lunchtime, right?
No. Okay, see you later.
See you later, Len.
I hope Betty's something more than a tax deduction for you. I'm being serious now. I'm worried about Bet.
Yeah, she did tell me that you and her were fond of each other once.
We still are. She's a complicated girl, you know. Her appearance tends to give people the wrong impression.
What a fantasy. Trapped in a small office with my 2 favourite fellas.
Yeah, watch it.
Well, one of my favourite fellas, anyway. Let me show you what I've got. Oh! First, I got this raincoat. Because it was in a sale and it was a bargain. Only I had to borrow a few quid out of the money that you give me. But I promised to pay you back on Friday out my wages, only I couldn't afford to miss it.
All right, that's all right. Don't make a big production out of it. I mean, as long as you look tasty, innit?
Oh, thanks, love. Thanks a lot.
I'll leave you two to it.
Hey, don't you want to see the tasteful colour scheme I've picked from my new abode? Hang on. Now, I thought we'd have that colour as the main theme for the kitchen. And then for the bedroom, black with a lot of white fur rugs and a white telephone.
Did you get receipts?
Receipts? Why?
For the accountants, darling. It's got to go through the books for the tax man.
Yeah, I got the receipts.
Well, I don't want them now. But I fancy a beer. What about you, Fairclough? I'll just get my coat from the office.
It's business before pleasure with him, you know. That's how he got where he is.
I know that, Len. I know what he's like.
Oh, hi.
Hello. Fine, how are you? See what...
Oi, get sparkling. He's in again.
I can see.
Hello.
Hi, couldn't get across it earlier. People to see.
Yes, I heard.
Oh, yeah?
Elsie Howard, you got something going with her?
Nah, any business? Nothing interesting.
I am interested.
Well, there's nothing to tell you. Yet?
So shut up and get him a drink, me and all.
Yes,
Talk about women sticking together. They've got nout on fellas.
Ah, Mr. Baldwin, we are collecting for the old folks' Christmas party.
Oh, yeah? What's his damage?
Well, anything you like, as long as it's more than a fiver.
You know, I think I'd join a Derby and Joan club. Straight up. They only enroll at Christmas, you know. They join about 17 old folks' clubs, and then they go staggering from one part to the other, all busting with free turkey and stuffing. I know my old lady's one. Where's it?
There we are.
There you go.
Thank you very much. If everybody coughed up like that, we'd have no problem.
Yes, there's not many folk as generous as Mike, even when they can afford it.
All right, give us your 10. That do you?
Oh, God, don't apologise. Yeah, that's
Yes, you
great.
lucky
Thank
you
you
caught
very
him
much.
with friends, Ken. If he'd have been on his own, you'd have been lucky to get 10p.
Watch it, Lynch.
There you are, madam. If it's not a perfect fit, when you get it home, bring it back with a receipt and we'll do our best to please you, right? Thank you. Afternoon. Can I help you, Mr. Baldwin?
Oh, you know me, do you?
We met in the Rovers.
That's strange. Don't usually forget a pretty face.
Thank you. Actually, I was expecting you. Elsie, Mrs. Howard phoned to say you might drop in.
Give your tongue hide the empties, eh?
Something like that, yeah. What do you think of this place, then?
Not bad. Good little size, nice area.
Gets very busy, you know, weekends, Friday and Saturday.
Oh, when the punters get paid.
Right.
You and Mrs. Howard work here, do you?
Yeah, she's the boss. She's great, though.
How old are you?
20. Nearly.
How long you been doing this?
About 6 months.
O-levels?
3.
You wear denim, do you? You know, jeans and that sort of stuff I make.
All the time, if I could.
Yeah, well, that's the way I see this place. Run by someone young, attractive, and wearing the gear. You, someone else about the same age.
What about Elsie?
Not exactly her scene, is it? See you. Oh, what's your name?
Gail Potter.
See you, girl.
Hello. Hello. Sorry I'm a bit late, love.
A bit? It's coming up to 7.
Yes, well, I missed my bus.
You don't have to catch a bus to come here.
Well, that's why I'm late then, I did.
Funny. Hey, somebody's waiting for you.
Oh, are you?
I'll see.
Well, she'll have to wait a bit longer then, won't she? Till I've hung my Mac up.
Shall we shove along the bar to make room for you both?
Now, that might be an idea.
Mike's never mentioned flaming Sylvia's to me.
Oh, come off it.
He hasn't, Elsie.
So he set you up in a nice little house?
I'm looking after it for him. I'm his housekeeper.
Yeah, and pigs might fly if you bought him plane tickets. So he sets you up in a nice little job as well. Why not? The new boss of Sylvia's Separates.
Because he hasn't, that's why.
Oh, no.
Suit yourself. You're entitled to your own opinion.
Well, I wouldn't put it past him.
Like I say, you're entitled to your own opinion.
Where is he now?
After he dropped me off, he went across the factory.
Will he still be there?
He might be. He's a glutton for work.
Yeah, and I'm a glutton for the truth, and I still think you know more than you're letting on, lady.
Do you think we're to follow it over there?
To protect Baldwin, you mean?
Who else?
Mike can look after himself.
She's had 4 gin and tonics, you know.
Poor old Mike.
This could be just a start, ain't it? We'll have shops selling our merchandise all over the country.
A pretty big operation, Mike.
Now, what have I told you?
Yeah, all right, all right. Think big and you'll grow big.
Right.
There's also the other saying. Don't try and run before you can walk.
I was born running, Ernie. Who's...
Forgot to tell you, it'll be Elsie.
I did knock.
I thought it was your wife come to check up on me.
Why does she have to?
What can I do for you?
I want to be put in the picture.
Oh, well, Otto Premiger's a geezer to do that.
About the shop.
Ah, great idea, that. Great idea, Ross. Yes, I think the shop would do a bomb selling our merchandise. I went and had a look at it this afternoon. Young Gail tell you, did she?
Yes, she did mention it.
Yeah, nice kid.
She mentioned something else as well.
Oh?
She reckons there'll be no room for me in that shop when you take over.
Where could
She reckons that you're looking for somebody younger, somebody not quite as decrepit as me. Well, you might be right for once in your life, Mr. Baldwin. You may or may not know it, but I was doing this job while you were still wetting your nappies. We learnt the job well in them days, and we learnt something else besides. There are other ways of giving people the push, apart from shooting off your mouth to juniors about people being too old for the job. I don't know whether it makes you feel bigger or better talking behind people's back, Mr. Baldwin, but you want to watch it, because people might find things to say behind your back, and it wouldn't be about your age.
Have you finished, Mrs. Howard?
Yes, I have.
You shut up, Ernie. So you want to be put in the picture, Mrs.
I
Howard?
should have been the first.
Right, I think it's a great idea, like I said. I think it'll earn a bomb selling our merchandise, providing it's set up properly and it's properly staffed. Now, Gail is right. Denim is a kid's scene and she's a kid. She'll relate to the punters and vice versa.
And I wouldn't.
Oh, Mrs. Howard, no way. I want the staff to wear the gear. Now, I asked you, you'd look ridiculous in jeans. Well, come on, let's face it, darling. You're the wrong shape and you're past it.
Look, I'll do what I can for you, ladies, but I'm not promising. You know, I mean, I don't want to build your hopes up and then have to disappoint you. You know what I mean?
Do your best, love.
Yeah, it's all better than your best if you can. Yeah.
You know I will.
Oh, what are you having?
Oh, that's very nice. Same again.
Hey, Ernie.
How's that for service? Quite a bit of sweet cherry and a cider, please.
Yes, in a sec. Have you just come from the factory?
I have.
And did Elsie...
She did. Talk about feathers flying.
Mike's are hers.
Elsie's, I'm afraid.
Oh, what happened?
Well, to cut a long story short, he told her a few of the facts of life. Like she's too old to work in a shop selling jeans and such like stuff.
Oh, that was cruel. Didn't she kill him?
I think she was stunned by his candour. So anyway, she just turned on her heel and went. Gone off to simmer? Would that be the right word?
He was very, very lucky.
Poor Elsie. Thanks, Ernie. What were it? Oh, never mind. I can remember, love.
Hi, fellas.
Hello.
Hello, sunshine. I want a word with you.
I'll have a scotch.
Yeah, never mind that. What have you been saying to Elsie?
Nothing, I've just been putting her straight about a few things, that's all. Scotch, please.
Too straight from what I hear.
Impossible. The truth's a none is stranger than fiction. In the long run, it's kinder now. Would you give us a scotch?
What would you say if I said I was interested in that job at Sylvia's? Mike?
You're too old and the wrong shape for jeans as well. Now, you're going to give me a scotch?
You know, you're quite right. Mink is much more my scarf. Scotch, did you say? It's a new Ernie. Do you know, that little outfit really suits you?
Hey, you look just like John Wayne.
I used to wear gear like that in Walton.
Yes, all right, all right. Before we have any more little jokes...
Who's joking?
It just so happened that I had some coffee spilt on my suit over at the factory there.
I know what you've done, Ernie. You went and opened your Chrissy present before the day. Emily's little surprise. It's very naughty, that, Ernie, coming in here showing off.
I came in here because I had to. Emily isn't back from work yet, and I haven't got my keys with me. May I please use your toilet?
Oh, be my guest, love. Leave your bike outside, did you?
It's very trendy, is that?
Anything wrong?
No, love, not a thing.
There was dead and wounded lying about all over the place when I left. Mind you, one or two of them were still waving the flag.
Such as?
Well, the boss for one, and one or two of the girls, you know, them with staying power.
Vera?
Could be, and that Marie, of course. I don't know where they get the energy from.
Mrs. Walker? 2 minutes. All right, Mrs. Walker.
Where's she off to?
Oh, search me.
Are you on your own?
Think so, yeah.
Where's your staff?
Well, gone home, I hope. You thought I was up to something, didn't you? Eh? Hanky-panky with anyone. Don't trust me, then.
Not with some that work here, love.
Like who?
Look, one word from you, and there's quite a few what'd be standing outside number 5 with all the scruffy traps packed, ready to jump into my place.
Ah, yeah. Glad you mentioned that. Now, for you.
What's that?
Christmas present.
What?
It's key to the front door, stupid.
It's your house.
You can move in any time you like.
Oh.
Coming up next on Granada Plus, family.
Well, what's up?
Nothing.
Savouring the moment, eh?
Something like that. Most things in life are like Christmas, aren't they? The looking forward to bit's usually better than the thing itself.
Well, what do you reckon?
Oh, Mike, it's smashing. And lovely and warm, too.
Yeah, it's called central heating. Had it on over the holiday. See how I think about you?
Thanks, Mike. Thanks a lot.
Look, I'm sorry I couldn't be with you at Christmas, but you know how it is.
I'm not greedy, love. I'll settle for what I can get.
Miss me?
Hey, love. I can hardly remember.
Oh, that's charming.
No, all I can remember about Christmas are hundreds and hundreds of mouths all swilling ale down their throats as though they thought you were going out of fashion or something.
Ugh.
Yeah? Mind you, with a couple of good laughs, though. Betty found a set of false teeth in bottom of a pint pot, and we don't take 'em out in case they bit us. Well, I better get stuck in, love.
Yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Yeah. See you later.
Or much later, I'm afraid. I've got to get back to the smoke, like right now.
I thought you didn't have to get back till tomorrow.
Yeah, but something come up.
I see.
No, it's business, honest. I'll be back about Wednesday, okay?
Yes, master.
Oh, by the way, some units will be coming today, some wool units.
On bank holiday?
Yeah, mate's bringing them up. Be good.
Have I any choice?
Nope.
Hmm.
See
Try, love. thought it was supposed to be a set of wall units you were delivering.
That's right, love. You'll find it all there.
Well, how long is it going to take you to assemble this lot?
It ain't going to take me any time at all, love. Might have just said drop them off, not put them up. Anyway, I'm off to a footy match. You'll find an instruction leaflet in that plastic bag.
Thanks very much.
Sorry.
Oh, flaming Nora, no. Oi! Oi! Oh, if it isn't just the lads I'm looking
Hello,
for.
she wants a favour doing. I can smell it coming.
No, I don't want you to do me a favour, Len, love. I want to do you one. But first of all, I want to say thank you very much for the smashing job you've done on my house.
That's all right, darling. I'd have done it for an enemy. If the money was right.
Well, I just moved in today, and I was standing in the middle of the room when it suddenly swept all over me. I was staring down at my new carpet, and I realised there was something wrong.
They put the underfelt on top?
No. I suddenly thought, bet what that carpet needs is christening. In fact, the whole place does. I mean, it's not every day you move into a new home, is it? So I thought, go on, Bet, get yourself down to Rovers, get a few bottles and get the lads in to sup 'em. So seeing as there's not much going on round here today, apart from watching grass grow, what do you say?
I'd say you got yourself a deal.
Good. You'll let me have a bottle of whiskey, Cos, won't you, love, seeing as I'm on the payroll?
Am I invited to this, do?
Good Lord, no, Betty. It's not your kind of party. I'll have a decent one later on. Right then, lads, there are the bottles and there are the glasses. Help yourselves.
Right, ta.
There was just one thing I was wondering about while you're here, like.
Here we go.
No, I've had this wool unit delivered today and I can't seem to get it together.
If we tried taking the paper off, that would help enormously.
So what I was wondering was, like...
Would we put it up for you?
Would you, while you're here?
You know what, don't you?
We've been conned.
Sneaky, that is. Definitely sneaky.
If we had any sense, you know, we'd turn right round and go straight up to the club.
Oh, it'll be murder at the club today, Len. All them drunks hanging over at table while you're potting.
Oh, we've got to give her 10 out of 10 for style, though, Len, haven't we? Got to give her credit. She knew which donkeys to pick and what carrot to dangle.
You are a scheming little lady, do you know that?
No, I see myself more as a helpless woman, having to use my feminine wiles to get you lads to gallop to my rescue.
All right, come on then, let's have a look at the instructions. Oh.
There you are.
What the hell's that?
Swedish.
So that's what it is. Well, shall we all have another drink here before you lot get down to working out what it all means? I'll put it just for us in the kitchen.
Get your hands off Yates!
Only testing if they're fresh, that's
They
all.
are.
Right, anything else you want doing?
I can't think of anything, love. Hang on, here. Go and get yourself a drink.
Oh, no. Favour for a mate, you know.
Well, thanks anyway. Now, I have invited you to my party tonight, haven't I?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Very nice. Very nice indeed. Mike Baldwin knows how to treat a girl, doesn't he? You see what you could have had, Eddie, if you'd have done your homework.
Hang of mine. Eating fancy.
Everybody at home?
Come on in, Mrs. Sharples.
I believe I'm invited to this do of yours tonight.
I left word at the pub. If you feel like coming, you'll be very welcome.
Thank you very much.
You coming then?
No.
Oh.
I may be an old-fashioned, bad-tempered, interfering old biddy Bet Lynch, but I'm no hypocrite.
I'd go along with that, Mrs. Sharples.
I don't approve of your setup here. According to my lights, those I've tried to live with for 70-odd years, I think it's wrong for a man and woman to be living under the same roof when they're not married. And it's twice as wrong when he's wed to somebody else.
I'm Mike's housekeeper, Mrs. Sharples.
Oh, don't come now. Don't insult my intelligence by asking me to believe that rubbish. That's for the likes of Annie Walker to believe who doesn't want to face up to the truth.
I am his housekeeper. Oh, all right, I won't insult your intelligence.
Thank you very much.
But why bother coming round to tell me all this? I mean, I more or less knew your attitude already. Unless you couldn't resist another chance to call me names.
You invited me. And it's good manners to reply to an invitation one way or the other.
Yes, Mrs. Sharples.
Good night.
Good night. Mrs. Sharples. What if nobody's getting hurt? And it's making me, and I hope Mike, happy?
It's still wrong. Doing the right thing comes first. Happiness, a very poor second.
That could be a pretty wintry philosophy, Mrs. Sharples.
Nobody knows that better than I do.
Just help yourselves, get whatever you want.
Come on, Betty, it takes two to tango.
To tango, maybe, but not to do what you are doing. You're better off on your own, love.
Yeah, I've always been ahead of me time, like that Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, you're a lucky cat.
I know.
Oh, it's just what I told her.
Do you think he looks as if he's got out in his post office savings book?
Doesn't give you that impression, does he?
No.
Mike hasn't got a brother or anything like that.
Sorry, love.
No.
What happened to that sailor you used to have?
Oh, God, it's a long story.
Aren't they all?
You gonna put another one on?
Yeah, put it on there.
Hilda.
How long's she been up there?
15 minutes.
Not a lavatory.
Everywhere but. Hello, Eldy. We were just about to send a search party out for you.
Aye, the bathroom's beautiful. Although, mind you, a shower's not quite a sunken bath, is it?
Oh, I find them very drafty, sunken baths.
I had to look at the bedrooms and all. Well, just from the doors, like, as they was open.
Yes, I left them open specially.
Which one's yours?
Which one would you like me to have?
One with the black sheets, I'll bet.
Like 'em, do you?
They're all right.
Her and Stan sleeping now, Tel.
I dare say our sheets get washed oftener than yours do, Rita Littlewood.
So who's counting, Hilda? Who's counting?
Mother, what yarn bit I seem to be forever asking me about.
Music to my ears. I'll have a gin and tonic, unless it be your mother.
Yeah, I'll have the same.
Hey, Gail, what about a glide, Gail?
Yeah, all right, if you can promise to keep off me feet.
Come on.
Greenie, Gail.
Where's Mavis? On her way, hopefully. She'll be doing herself up from top to bottom. No part of her left untouched. It'll be pine bath salts, cucumber soap, lemon shampoo, the lot. She'll walk through that door glowing like 100-watt bulb.
Well, what do you say, Ken? Morals before happiness at the roundabout.
Well, a lot of people would say that's what's wrong with society today. Too many people chasing the easy life. You know, to hell with the virtues of temperance, prudence, chastity and hard work.
Oh, you're a big help. Come and have a dance with me. Unless you want Bradshaw and Littlewood to put bids in for you.
You know, I reckon if I played my cards right, I could enjoy myself tonight.
No danger.
Right.
Have you seen?
I've got Jansen in me blood, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's me granddad. He was in the Black Watch. He could balance a bayonet on the end of his nose.
Tell you where you've not got it.
Where?
In your feet.
Ken, did you start courting young? Seriously, I mean.
Really? I was still at university, yeah. Why?
What was my point?
And what point is that?
Don't matter.
I'm not courting now or anything.
I'm off older men.
Oh.
Have you seen us sat here like three old crows?
Well, there's no fellas, is there?
Where's Len?
Search me.
Gail's enjoying herself as usual.
Rainy.
What?
Leave Gail out of this. Anything Terry Gotti asks for.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
It's my opinion.
Well, it's not mine.
I suppose you've noticed that Mavis and Hilda are still missing.
Oh, well, we'll be showing her the black sheets.
Exactly. I just hope that daft Mavis doesn't go out and buy some, because I've a feeling her Aunt Edie wouldn't approve somehow.
Rita.
What?
Come and dance with me.
Oh, my God.
Well, it's better than sitting here, having a joint season up.
Oh, it looks dead
Is this where I come to?
I know.
Are you going a bit fella?
No, you are.
Can you leave?
Yeah.
Very nice, though, isn't it? I mean, more tasteful than I expected.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there has been money spent, hasn't there? But doesn't hide the fact that it's sensory.
Oh, good evening.
What's going on?
We're having a party.
You are?
Well, Bet.
Oh, Bet, eh?
Why didn't you know?
Mike, what are you doing here? You weren't supposed to be back till tomorrow.
Obviously.
Well, you don't mind. I'm just having a housewarming.
You could have waited till I got here.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Well, now I am here. What am I doing without a drink in my hand?
Coming up. And thanks. Eddie, put another record on.
All right, girl.
Hey, are we glad to see you?
Do you want to choose?
Yeah, when I've had a drink.
Swine. Evening, everybody.
Hello, Len. Hi, Len, darling. What are you having?
Just beer for me, thank you, love.
So you've decided to honour us with your presence at last?
I don't feel much like it, I can tell you.
So you're sickening for something?
Well, I've had a letter
So?
from my Stanley.
Stan, your lad. What's he want? You haven't heard from him, seen him in ages.
I'll see him tomorrow. With his fiancée.
There you are, Len, love.
Ah, thank you, darling.
Do you realise we very nearly had our first round?
We will when I get you alone.